Hello everybody! It's Saturday and that means that we're gonna do some 3D modeling. I actually woke up at 6 this morning and couldn't fall asleep. I was so stoked to make things. But I wasn't quite ready to be streaming yet, so I've done a lot of work on Cocos and finishing up all of the boring stuff of getting these guys ready for print. There's a lot of Boolean work that takes forever, so that's what I've been doing all morning. It's not that fun. But we're about to go do some fun stuff, like continuing to work on my Coco. I've got my Elder Coco here, and I've been building out all these guys, as you can see over here. Lots of different versions as I test with different things and try to get the size and the fit and the detail right. I'm about to take this into ZBrush to do some sculpting on it. So let's export selection. Alder, Coco, what is this called? Spikes, I'll call it. Get our sculpting glove on. It's my glove that only has 2 fingers covered, so that when I'm painting on my Cintiq, I don't make smudges. Now while I'm thinking about it, I need to give a streaming notification. Alright, so now the Discord knows that it's time to party. Let's bring this into ZBrush. There it is. And this one's already decimated. Hello, Chicken Studios. Good to have you here. Oh, there we go. It was easy to undecimate that mesh. So it's back to smooth again. Well, I'm going to work on some Coco. And then I think I might work on a Whale Lord. And then I'm going to get these printed. So I'm going to be doing a lot of random stuff today. I'm kind of preparing for if I do get that part in that musical, that the summer's going to be pretty busy. So I'm trying to get a lot of projects done and edited so that I can release those edited videos every couple of weeks. I haven't actually released a video. I've been doing a lot of streaming. So I've got a lot of editing to do, a lot of projects that are finished that I just need to edit together. And I think I'll release those through the summer if I do get that part and I'm busy. Hey YBZ, how's it going? Yeah, the auditions for the musical are 1 week from tomorrow. My teacher asked me if I am nervous about it. I said I am appropriately nervous. I always feel that if I maximize the amount of preparation that I do, that it's the best that I could have done. And then if I still fail at that, then it's a little bit less sad if I tried my best. Unfortunately, I mean, I've been maximizing the amount that I've been practicing singing, but practicing dancing I have not done quite enough of. So that's going to be the hard part of the audition. We'll see how that goes. YBZ says, what are you going to audition for? Well, that's interesting. It's for a show called Legally Blonde. So if you know the movie Legally Blonde, they did a musical of it. And I think the musical is way better. I had actually not seen the movie until I was studying this part. I want a very small part. It will be my first musical. There's the part of her father, and he just has like one verse that he sings in the beginning and just a little bit at the end, and a talking part. I think that would be a good place to start and still get to sing in it. But they don't let you individually audition for parts. You just audition and then they choose the parts. So we'll see what comes of it. What am I looking for? Subtool. We're going to append the spikes. Then we're going to Dynamesh it. Alright, so now we're going to get in here with the noise brush. Turn on the back face mask. Thank you, Bro Rito. I like it. Yeah, the audition song that I'm doing is called All for the Best from a very old musical, well, like from the 60s or maybe the early 70s, called Godspell. And it's kind of neat. It's really a weird play. And I only really like this one song from it. And it's Jesus and Judas. Jesus is like wearing, it's like a very 70s style aesthetic, and Jesus is wearing like a Superman shirt, and he's kind of like a clown. But it's kind of serious too. Like, it's not serious, but there's like a serious message, which I feel is kind of juxtaposed. So the whole play I just feel is kind of weird. But Comdetch, you guys see him in the chat sometimes, and he does music for the channel. He and I karaoke that song. He does Jesus, I do Judas. Well, in my audition, I'm going to be doing both Jesus and Judas parts, and they are very different voices. And you hear my voice right now; it's kind of deep. Anybody who knows music would probably think that I'm a baritone, but I'm actually a tenor when I sing. My singing voice is a lot higher than my speaking voice. But this song has kind of a mix of both. Maybe not fully baritone for the Judas part, but like second tenor as opposed to maybe the first tenor of the Jesus part. So we're hoping that it shows a little bit of range, and there's a little bit of acting in it as I transition between the two characters. So we're just trying to showcase all those things as our general strategy for the audition, to give them a lot of ideas of what kind of characters I could play. How did I find out about this musical, and what prompted you to audition? Well, I searched it out. I searched for what local theater programs were in the area that I recently moved to. And I always wanted to be in musicals, but I was much better at tech stuff, so I always kind of helped out with doing video work and effects on screens and lighting and things, and never got to perform. I always just wanted to fit in where I could do best, and performing wasn't where I could do best necessarily, because obviously you guys know I have a lot of kind of unique skills as far as editing and 3D modeling and graphics, visual effects, things like that. But I always wanted to perform instead of doing the tech, and so I just decided to do it, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's the thing, is that if I do get a part, I'm going to offer to do tech stuff for the show. I'm not going to want to do tech stuff if I fail to get a part. I think that would just be too heartbreaking. But if I do get a part, I think I'm going to offer to offer my services to do any kind of, like, I don't know, in certain versions of the musical, they have like some graphics on the screen in the background to represent like the school. It takes place at Harvard, so they have like the Harvard website animate in, and there's just a few other things that could actually use graphics, even though it's not like a whimsical fantasy play or something. But they are doing Into the Woods after, and that could do some cool graphics and stuff. But like I said, I just don't want to do the tech if I fail to get a part, because I'll just be too sad. But I could do both. And honestly, if I don't get a part in the play, I'm probably gonna still do tech stuff, but I will be sad. I can't tell them any of that though until after I get accepted or rejected, because I don't want to feel like I don't want to seem like if I say something like that, I'll be like holding it over their heads like, oh, if you give me a part in this play, I'll do the tech stuff for you. Ooh, I don't like what happened there. Oh, man. I hate when that happens. It messes up and then I don't really see it. Oh, but luckily that was pretty recent. Cool. So I just was able to undo that little error there without having to undo a ton of stuff. Just gonna give him like little... kind of like he's been battle damaged a little bit. Yeah, just cool little details that'll give the idea that he's been through some stuff. Actually, one thing to note, this is a good thing to talk about for battle damage, is you got to think about where things will hit most. I actually made a bad choice here by making these parts damaged. Because let's say somebody was like hitting this guy with a sword or something. You got to think about when you're weathering things or damaging things, you got to think about where in real life something would hit it if it was in a battle. And like these places right here are going to be kind of pristine because you're not going to have a big sword hit into this section right here, right? It's going to be mostly hitting these edges like this. It's rarely going to be inside of here because, you know, the sword's not going to get inside of here if there's a glancing hit, right? Nothing in here, but like on these edges here. So that's another thing to think about when sculpting or even just drawing or doing any kind of art is think about if you're doing battle damage, put it in logical places. Oftentimes, I'll put more damage on the left side of a character because if you think about it, if you're fighting somebody, most people are right-handed, so they're going to swing with the sword from their right, so you're going to get more damage on your left. So I generally add a little bit more damage of things like swords on the left side of a battle-damaged character so that you have kind of that history that... and I don't think anybody will ever notice that, but you know, it kind of lends to the realism a little bit. At the very least, if nobody notices, at least it's well thought out, and you can feel good about it. Put a little bit right there too. All right, I think I'm ready to save this. Most swords would target your head or chest. Yeah, that's true, yeah. I would chip a small piece off to show the damage they endured. Yeah, I think this is another thing that I'm actually a little self-conscious about with 3D prints is I don't want to make anything like chipped off because that's one sign of damage during a print. So I want to make sure that everything that is like in the battle damage looks like a line like this. Oh, you mean just in general? Yeah, I gotcha. But yeah, so it's to have something battle damaged when I'm 3D printing. I also have to think about, like, I don't want it to look like an unintentional breakage. I don't have any examples of that on my desk here, but I have some over there. All right, so the file is saved. Let's decimate this. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can definitely tell that that was intentional, I think. All right, so now... Oh, it's still doing it. There we go. So now we can export. And bring it back into Maya. Alright, so when I actually make this, I'm going to put moss on him. So I'm not going to 3D model that moss, so basically this model is pretty much done. So I'm going to duplicate these, just so I have that history. You see I duplicate a lot of parts to just keep the history of it. We'll do Boolean's union. And then to save on plastic, I'm actually going to subtract a sphere from the inside of it, so it'll be kind of hollow. Now, all these newest prints that I made of the other Coco, they have a hollow circle inside, but they still feel really hefty. And I lifted that circle, or that sphere, up higher in the head, so that most of the weight is actually on the bottom. Well, it still falls over when it's on my hand, but on the desk it sits. Yeah, I love having these guys just sitting around on my desk. They're fun little things to have around. I like them better than the wisps because they're just like more solid, just like they can just sit there and be stable. This guy's too small. This was a misprint. But yeah, some of the wisps, they actually need a stand. Just because they don't have legs, some of them. Let's see. When did you purchase? Was that yesterday? Yeah, so we actually started over because I didn't realize we were that close to the deadline of 180 days. So thank you for your previous purchases, but unfortunately those got erased. And I don't think they give me the money for it. Kind of messed up. But as things are speeding up with the channel, I don't think we'll have that problem in the next 180 days anymore. But yeah, basically just let me make a new account. It was weird. It was only 80 cents that I lost out on. I don't see the logic of them shutting down accounts. Like, just why not keep the account open to at least get some sales? Alright, so now that I've made that shape on the inside, you can see that there's another sphere in here. We're going to Boolean difference. And now we have a hole inside of it that should save us some material. What's up, JL and CC? Good to have you here. We are working on some Coco first, and I might do a Whale Lord at Pokemon Scale World Scale. So it's gonna be like this big. I think bigger than that actually. And then I might be working on my next armored character. I'm not sure. There's just so much I want to do. Did everything work here? Yes. Okay, so now. Yep. So this guy's ready to print. Well, let's triangulate it. Let's save first. I'm tired today. I woke up way too early. Just couldn't go back to bed. I was too inspired to work. You've got an OC Coco, huh? What are the details of that? There's so many different Coco I need to make. I've got the generic ones that I'm going to be adding plants to, but there's like... There's one with Caliburn on its back, so I'm thinking of doing the Lancelot sword on its back. I think that would be cool. Man, tired day. It's only 12. Yeah, I'm gonna try see what it looks like if I attach the sword to his back. Let's do import. Let's see, that'd be Sonic Lancelot. Let's print 7, or maybe it was 9. No, that's just the hand. Sword. I'm looking for the sword alone. Where is it? Hand open. Hand shoe left, hand sword left. Six, 4. Man, where is this file? Can't have been this early. May have been in one of my first test prints. No, I'm completely missing it. That's odd. What? Let's see. Hand open. Sorry I'm taking so long looking for this file. Oh, it's in this folder. Duh. I did not organize these the best way that I could have. What's up, Pro Tyler? How you doing today? Alright, so the Coco that has Caliburn on its back, I think is bigger. Yeah, it's practically as tall as Sonic. Let's see. I'm looking at a picture of it in the game. And I see Tito, I didn't realize this. Tito has already made a Coco that has Caliburn on its back. I didn't know that. Here's what it looks like in the game. So I'm gonna have mine with the Lancelot sword. That's funny. Is this the one that I exported with? I'm trying to find the one that has the sphere inside of it subtracted. So if I zoom in here, yeah, so this is it. So we're going to duplicate this. We're just going to make it bigger until the proportions are right with the sword. And from the front view, I'm going to make sure that the feet are at the same level as the sword, and this will actually help it stand up a little. I'm going to angle it a little bit this way. What's up, fandom? Good to see you here. Yeah, have fun in Gorilla Tag, Pro Tyler. Thank you for joining. Getting that extra view, helping me with my watch hours. Getting us to monetization. Yarn Yoshi World, how's it going? Has to go, but can you give me a shout out, please? Yes, of course I'll give you a shout out. You were here. You have to go by, and this is looking amazing. Can't wait for that. Awesome. Oh, did Hoovaloo show up? Oh, is Hoovaloo Fandom Lover? I always forget whose name is what on YouTube versus Reddit versus Discord versus Instagram. Cool. Well, welcome, Hoovaloo. I feel like we may have actually had this conversation before and I forgot. Yeah, sorry, it can be sorry if I ever get something wrong like that. It's a lot to keep track of as the channel has grown. I want to try to make sure I remember everything, but it can get harder. Okay, you go by both of them. Cool. Alright, cool. Now we've got a Coco with a sword. This guy is probably going to be... He's going to be a little bit bigger than this. So here's the regular Coco size. Here's the beta one. So what I've got with the sword is probably going to be about that big. That seems to track right with the image that I saw. It's almost as tall as a Sonic figure. What's the name of the sword, by the way? Sonic Lancelot sword. The Erendite. You going out today, JL? Cool. Where are you going? You're going to custom your Coco by getting the Sonic and the Black Knight and using sticky putty to put it on, so I have 2 Sonic and the Black Knight Coco. Nice. Alright, so I'm going to get this print ready, and then I'm going to set off a print. So I'm going to be... Uh-oh. That's interesting. It seems that... Oh, whoa. Okay. So there's a bug with the program that I'm using that it's like cutting out of the stream. Oh, awesome. Yeah, because I never ended up making the like something black to cover it. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. All right, so let's bring in some Coco. Going with my friend CJ is that guy. Cool. Oh, shoot. Did I overwrite anything? No, I didn't. So we're just do Erendite, Child Bigger Feet, Coco Generic, Erendite, Elder, Generic, Child Bigger Feet. And I'm going to copy this into the updated folder. Then we'll drag these in. I wonder how big the Elder is going to be. Oh, it's not so big. Oh, the Erendite one's actually pretty big. A lot of different size Coco. How fun. Oh, I see. The screen is disappearing for you guys whenever a new window pops up, like a loading bar. So watch this. You guys see the program right now. This is Cheetah Box. If I go to support and then I press add support. Oh no, it didn't disappear for you. So it just seems to be disappearing randomly right now. JL says, I dare to make a video about me. Yep, I'm gonna fill the chomp chest with those hot dogs. That's right. Those hot dogs would probably fit in a Sonic hand too. Make it a chili dog. I actually don't care to make another beta Coco at the moment. Save some space on the platform. Man, I'm going to have a huge tray of stuff after this print completes. I've been tuning this big Galaxy printer like crazy. I've been changing these 2 numbers here to get just the right amount of support so that it doesn't hurt the model too much but also doesn't fail. And I've been changing all the exposure settings a lot. It's been tough to get this printer up and running, but it's super handy. Oh yeah, well I'm thinking about it. Check it out. Now you can see how I've made it somewhat hollow, but still with a thick shell. That's why I was putting that inverted sphere inside and subtracting it from the rest. So it should use a lot less material. Tyler says, can you show people the custom vanilla custom I made? For sure. Check it out. Pro Tyler made this. Very nice. It looks like you made the body out of, if I may guess, a daisy. Because I just bought a daisy for my wife. She loves daisy. Or maybe it's Princess Peach, but this dress shape at least looks like what I just got for my wife. Yeah, good work. And then obviously that's a cream head. Looking good. I like that you've got a lot of, you were painting on the on that marble there. Is it easy to clean off that paint? Yeah, looking good. Good work. Tyler's always posting cool images of his work on the Discord. And pretty soon I'm going to be putting together a links page so that people can more easily see like every link for the Discord. So I can just drop that link into the description of every video, and then people can find the Discord or find my Amazon affiliate links all in one place. Make it easy, because I always forget to get that Discord link in the videos. Alright, so this one's going to be tricky to make supports for. I think the best way is actually going to be to print it so that the sword is kind of upside down. Ah! You're painting your wisps. Awesome. Remind me what you got. Did you get drill and laser wisp? Gosh, I just hope all the shipments make it okay. Especially the painted ones. I hope none of them break, because it takes a lot of time to do the painted ones. Yeah, if an unpainted one broke on the way, I could just send one out at the expense of, $10 for the packaging. I'd pay for shipping. If it broke, take responsibility for that. But a painted one would just take so much more time. So I'm hoping nothing breaks, but I'm hoping that if something does break, it's an unpainted thing. Laser and rocket, that's right. I hope I sent you the right one, because for some reason I have the word drill in my head and not rocket, but I do know I sent rocket. So I hope I got it right. Ooh, I'm having troubles adding support right here. Yikes. Why won't it? Ah! Supporting these to 3D print is not the most fun part of this process. Maybe I can trick it by adding a little bit. Come on. There's a spot right there, and then maybe I can build up from there. Because this detail nobody will see. So we just build up a little bit of the shape there. I think that'll actually be fine. Are there any other spots that are going to be problems? No, I think we're good. That was easier than I thought. Little baby one. Cool. Yeah, thanks for having it open for the view time. And we'll see you when you return from Gorilla Tag. I don't know what Yaker is, but more wisps possibly. Yeah, I made those wisps to go. I made the 5 that go with Whisper, and then I made 2 more because I wanted to have a picture where there were at least 7 of them. But I could potentially make more wisps in the future. Yaker. Yeah, I don't know what Yaker is. The Sonic character? Like a creature in Sonic? Oh, I see. Let me just look it up. Oh, that guy. I specifically didn't make him because I didn't like how fragile his little swirl on his head would be. Yeah, when I make 3D prints, I generally gravitate toward figures that'll be a little bit more durable, but also if they do have fragile parts, I kind of thicken them up, almost to the point of not quite being on model, but kind of sacrificing accuracy just to make sure that I get a good print that's not going to break. Yeah. Yeah, yours broke after you dropped it, and then somebody's broke during shipping. Was that YBZ's? Somebody in our community had theirs break on the way in shipping, so I had to ship another one out real quick. And that one did show up properly. Yeah, that was YBZ. All right, we got a full platform of stuff to print. All right, so I'm gonna let this slice, and this takes forever to save. Yeah, this printer is huge. It'll do really big projects. But in the beginning, it was not very reliable, and then I tuned the heck out of it, and I've got it working pretty good now. I've been doing all the batches for Etsy, all on the big platform, so it's super easy compared to my smaller platform one that I could only do like 3 at a time. But I haven't tried a lot of stuff that goes very tall. I'm gonna need some water once I save this because my throat's getting itchy. I know how to record Sonic Forces Speed Battle after the fact. I don't know how to make it go live from my Android. Like I know how to like record it. Like it wouldn't be a live stream. It would just be recording the screen. All right. So navigate to the right folder. The name of this file is going to be Cocos and Kikis. Oh, and Chump Chest. I forgot I had Chump Chest on this. All right, so that's going to take a long time to write the file. So I'm going to go grab some water real quick. Hey, what's up, Go Dreamer? Ooh, Fandom says, what is everyone's favorite wisp? My favorite wisp is probably Nega Wisp. Or, what's the green one? Hover Wisp? Alright, so one of the things that I want to make, if anybody is familiar with Pokemon Scale World, it's basically Pokemon toys where the trainers are this tall, and, well, let me just show you. It's Pokemon toys where every Pokemon is in scale with the, like, everything. Like, an Eevee would be very small. Togepi very small. And I have a bunch of them that I originally started collecting. I went to Japan twice last year. We spent a total of 4 weeks in Japan on 2 separate trips. It's a long story. We were documenting all the real life Pokemon cities. And the first one that I got was Lieutenant Surge. And I just kept collecting from there. But what I want to make on my new big printer is a Wailord, because a Wailord would be huge. And they actually made a prototype of it. Look how big that is. Looks like somebody already does this. $100 for that? That's not bad. Oh, but it's 140 scale. I think I want 120 scale, right? Yeah. So actual Pokemon Scale World is 120. So yeah, I think I'm gonna make this big old thing with my new big printer. Yeah, Pokemon Scale World, they're definitely premium toys. Very expensive. Because you have to get them shipped from Japan, too. So luckily, I bought a lot of mine directly from Japan when I was there. Ooh. Somebody mentioned me in their story. I hope that another one of my Shadow Lancelots has made it. Yes, awesome. Another one arrived safely. So this is It's Sean YouTube. This is his story. Awesome. It arrived successfully. I'm so happy. Very cool. Unfortunately, I don't think I can save stories, huh? Hopefully, It's Sean does a regular post. Awesome. All right. I've been nervous about everything arriving safely. So I want to try to find some pictures of Wailord. They're like from the side and top so that I can use it as reference for 3D modeling. What the heck? Okay. File that under no thank you. I really like how this one has the kind of the tilt to it, like the bend, instead of just being flat like this. So I think I will build that version. Maybe I look for orthographic view. Maybe side view? Yeah, I know it did say that. Ooh, I like this. Yeah, that's a nice side view for it. Let's give some credit to who we are going to be using it for reference. The name is Nick Tony Oos or Nictinius. Oh my gosh, Nick Cage Wailord. Interesting. All right. So I'm going to copy this image, bring it into Photoshop. Oh, I don't like that when I copy a PNG, I have to save it instead of copying. And then I can drag that into Photoshop. There we go. Now we have a transparent one instead. So when I bring this into Maya, it'll just show properly. I know you only said what was said. Yeah, maybe an alternate one that I'll make. I'll do a Nick Cage sculpt Wailord. All right, so let's save this scene. Yeah, look at this. It's still saving this file. It's crazy how big these files are. Or I wonder if it's actually not saving in the background. I'm going to bring it to my other screen. Look at all of our Skylanders villains. We got all 6 of these boys right here. Oh, is Nicolas Cage the voice of Shadow? I thought it was going to be Keanu Reeves. For Tyler says, steak, I will pay anything for the big Wailord because my printer can't print that big. Yeah, I'll see how much it costs to make. I suspect it'll cost a lot. Oh, Wybz says it is Keanu. Mistype. Yeah, I think that's very exciting that he's going to be the voice of Shadow. And I think the way that I'm going to build this Wailord, he should be able to float in water. So I'm going to take him to the beach, get some shots of him. Instagram's kind of going slow today. I keep getting notifications, and it's not really showing things sometimes. All right, that has saved. Let's make a new scene. There's Sparkle Wolf. How's it going? Alright. Create polygon primitives. Plane. Put this to like 25. We're going to assign it that image that we just made. Now you'll notice I took that image and I put it into Photoshop so I could export a square image. And that's going to make it so that I don't have to worry about the scale of the actual geometry for the reference. There we go. Now we have just a side view, at least, of Wailord. And what you can do right here on the display section here, you can press this button. It'll make a new layer that lets us do things like turn it on and off without having to turn the object on and off. But most importantly, change it to reference. So now I can't select this when I'm trying to build stuff. Oh, except I did somehow. How did that happen? Oh, I did select all, so that doesn't count. Sparkle just woke up. Nice. Well, glad to have you here. All right. Well, I think obviously this needs to be a cylinder, but I really need to think about how I'm actually going to construct this, because I have two options here. Well, this whole thing won't fit on just my printer. Oh, it's Sean is here. Just popped in and noticed you saw my story. Nice. Gonna try to sneak in stop motion video with the figure. Keep up the good work, dude. Oh, awesome. I would love to see that. That'd be sick. Yeah, he's a little bit back heavy, but hopefully, well, you know, I included. Yeah, see, at the last minute I included those stands to anybody who had the full figure. They're cheap little stands, but I felt a little bit self-conscious that, you know, I got them to stand. You can see my picture where I got them all to stand. I'm not using any sticky tack or anything, but he has to be leaned forward a little bit. So I just felt that I would just buy some cheap stands. I mean, they're cheap, but they're the ones I use. They're cool, just to help hold them up. So hopefully that'll help with your stop motion. Well, you doing stop motion, you probably have way better tools for posing them and stuff. Pro Tyler, the stands are I just get them off Amazon. I could send you an affiliate link so that I get a few cents kickback from it. All right, so I got to think about how this is going to be constructed, because there's obviously a part line right here that is going to make it easy to make it separate prints. So I'm going to need to cut along that line. So this is going to start, I almost want to say that this will be a cylinder, but I think it starts as a sphere. Let's do, yeah, let's create a sphere. Check this out. I'm going to take the two ends of the sphere. Left view. Wait. Where is... Why can't I see this? If I do left view, I don't see it. If I do right view, I don't. Oh, maybe... Shoot, I need to rotate this whole thing. There we go. So, yeah, I'm going to build this out of a sphere. So first thing I want to do... I want to extract these faces. Oh, I got to catch up on chat. Sorry. Let's see. What are y'all saying? YBZ says, what stands there? Did it not come... I forget, YBZ, what did you purchase? Did you get the full... For any of the full figures, I added a little dark transparent stand in there, just to help hold it up. Yeah, dividing the front and back of the white part too. Yeah, there's already a perfect line too. Is Wailord going to be printed as one whole figure or printed in parts? Probably still parts. I've got my new FDM printer to print big things. I got it so that I could do like this Wailord, and I want to do big like Robotnik mechs and stuff. I think that would really do well for the channel. They would be 4-inch figures, but actually just in scale with the 4-inch figures, so they might be a foot tall, depending on what figure I make. Vehicles for the characters and things. And it's not resin, though. It's a FDM, so it's going to be stronger, but less detail. And even though I got it's called a P1S, it's a pretty big build space, but it's not going to be big enough for this Whammler. It's going to be like this big. Should be really cool. Oh, that's right. You only got the unpainted kit. So yeah, I'll post the affiliate link to the stands that I'm talking about. It's like $15 for 5, so it's not too bad. They're nice and cheap. All right, so I'm going to extract these faces. Where is that? Edit mesh? Not extrude, but I specifically want extract. And I want to tell it not to make a new group. I guess there's no option for that. They stay in a group no matter what. So now I've got a front and back. Then we'll scale these up to about the right size. A little bigger. Okay, take this one. That's actually going to get a little bit smaller over here, but I'm going to rotate them in anticipation of having kind of this curve here. Oh, but I'm going to rotate after the fact. So I'm going to take these edges, edit mesh, extrude. Get it just right on the vertices there. And then we'll do mesh, combine, edit mesh, merge. So now we have kind of a capsule. That's going to be the start to our Whammler shape. Oh, okay, yeah, Prototype, you can cut them apart more. That's good. You'd love a Cyclone for Tails and Egg Walker for Eggman. That's exactly what I'm thinking of, fandom. Yeah, honestly, actually, since I have a lot of the regulars here, do you guys want to go through all of my ideas and kind of give me... I have an Excel sheet that has all of my ideas and all of my non-secret ones. I've got some super secret ideas, but all of my non-secret ideas and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. That'll help me out for kind of understanding what y'all would like to see. Let me pull that up. All right, let's make sure everybody can see that. Well, you're not going to be able to see it zoomed out that far. So I've broken it out into what the idea is, difficulty for me, cost, hours, how much potential it has on Etsy, and things like that. So there's a lot of these ideas. These are all the ideas that I have for various things. And let's go through and get an idea of viewer interest. And somebody already helped me with this. I have feedback gathered from Sparkle Wolf. So Sparkle Wolf has already seen this. So these are kind of what Sparkle Wolves were. And I'm going to kind of add them all together. So I've got math in here. That'll help do it. So let's start with Articuno Ice Set. This one's going to be easy because I'm already done with it. It's just a video I need to edit, so I'm probably going to be doing it no matter what. Let me turn down the music a little bit because I'm having troubles hearing myself talk. And before we get deep into it, let me grab some more water, and then we'll start because it's going to be a lot of talking. All right, so as we do this, I'm going to ask you to say what number you would like for the interest for each one, but don't say your number until I say go, and then don't do any other numbers because I might get confused. I want to try to make it so that when I read your chat, I just see a bunch of numbers that I can add together without being confused. So let's start with Articuno ice set. It's an ice set that I'm making out of foam. Well, thank you, Pro Tyler, but we're just going to actually do it on this video in this chat. So this is how I made my Articuno ice set. You might have seen it in some of my pictures. It's just like some icy area. That video is definitely coming out because it's something I already finished. So go ahead and give me a number 0 through 10, what your interest is, and then I'll be able to add it to this Excel sheet. We got a 7. Ooh, I wonder if there's an average. Can I do Google Sheets average? Yes, perfect. So instead of summing it and then dividing it, I do the word average. So average of this. So I know Sparkle Wolf had a 4 before. And then we got YBZ with a 7. Fandom with an 8. I know Pro Tyler's singing, but because I want to move kind of fast, try to be decisive and don't worry too much because these are all going to get averaged together. So your number, it only matters a certain amount because it's all getting averaged. And nobody feel bad about scoring low. I actually really want to hear that feedback, and you can see I've got things like my own interests, like this one happens to be a 2 because it's not a high priority for me. And so now you can see it's got a 5.8 because of this. You can kind of like semi-program in Excel. Oops, I did not mean to click that though. See, you can add other cells to it too, and that's how I do all of my organizing of finances and things. Okay, cool. All right, so next is a Sonic Forces set. You might have seen it in the background behind me. It's oh, if I can put my finger right there on my shelf. It's really hard to see. I made a Sonic Forces set out of foam. Let's hear everybody's interest in that. Got a 6 from Fandom. I think I'll give everybody like 20 seconds for each one because we do have a lot to go through. All right. So it looks like the average for that is going to be 6.5. Nice. Full-scale Bob-omb Battlefield set. So, we got Pro Tyler coming in just at the end. Let's give it a 4. Yep, sounds good, Sparkle Wolf. All right, so full-scale Bob-omb Battlefield set is I'm going to build a full set that is actually to scale of Bob-omb Battlefield out in my backyard, scaled to the 2.5-inch scale Mario. Now, that's, as you can see under cost, that's going to cost like $500 and many, many hours of work. You can see I've estimated 240 hours, and my interest level on that is 10, but that's going to be a big, big project. I think if I do that, it's going to be a project that gets me a lot of subscribers. But it's kind of, it's kind of a different thing from what I've been doing lately. All right, 5 seconds. Yeah, no worries. Don't even feel like you have to justify your ratings or anything. I truly want to these are just ideas I have, and I truly just want to hear what people feel about them. All right, up next we got Star Fox Sonic Custom. So I have an extra Jet, I have an extra Cream, I have an extra Tails. I'm going to turn them all into Star Fox characters, and then Froggy is going to be Slippy. So they're kind of a crossover between Star Fox and Sonic. So about 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3. I do believe I got your 2, Pro Tyler. Thank you. All right, so that ends up as 6.8. So Tikal Custom. I am very interested in doing this one, and I bet a lot of you guys are too. So we've got a 9 already from Sparkle Wolf. 10 from Pro Tyler. Oh yeah, this is 10s across the board. All right, giving it a few more seconds. I don't remember if I got Pro Tylers. I did get Pro Tylers already. Just for my own confusion, try not to say the same number again in a separate message, or else I accidentally might count it twice. In this case, I noticed that it was you, Pro Tyler. But just to help me. Yeah, that's got an average 9.8. Nice. All right, Mephley's Minions. This one is going to happen no matter what, because I already finished them. But I would like to know people's interests in... you guys have seen some of the pictures of Mephley's Minions. They're the little guys that fly with them. So that's happening no matter what, because I already did them. But just as far as when I get that video done, I'll use this to prioritize. Give it another 10 seconds. All right, so that's going to be an average of 9. E102 Gamma. Gee, I wonder what people's opinions on this is going to be. We've already got 110. Oh, Fandom's actually got a 2. All right. Fandom's got 20. Oh, okay, so Fandom meant to put 20. Oops. So we'll give a 20 from Fandom. Yeah, I am getting a little bit confused. Yeah, so we'll get another 10. We'll take your 12 and make it a 10. Yeah, all right. Yep, that's already an average of 10. All right, up next is Frontiers Tower Custom. So this is the boss from Frontiers, the one, it's called Tower. At 4-inch scale, it's going to be like this big around, and like I have to zoom out from the camera to show you how tall it's going to be. It's going to be 4-inch because it's 4-inch scale. Yeah, it's going to be huge. It's going to be just like this Whalmer, the Whalmer that I started making here. It's going to be big just like that. So let's see, we got an 8 from Pro Tyler. Fandom's got a 10. Oh, please don't go ahead, Tyler, because it's a little bit tough to keep track of all the messages. But we will move a little bit faster because we do have a lot to do. So let's zoom in a little bit more so you guys can read it a little bit or two. Yeah, Frontiers Coco, I'm already working on those, so this is going to happen no matter what. But let's get everybody's views on that. So I do remember we have a 10 from Tyler, 6 previously from Sparkle Wolf. Go Dreamer's got 10. Fandom's got 10. And cool. Yeah, so that's an average of 9. Oh, we got another one. Go Dreamer, did you want 10 or 9? So everybody please just say the one number for each section so that I don't get confused. And I do want to put something up for anybody who's joining the chat right now. I want to put this that says like that we're rating my video ideas so that people can join in if they'd like. If anybody has just joined in and isn't sure what we're doing, we're giving a scale of 1 through 10 how interested you are for each of these ideas. Put this right here. So anybody who wants to join in, because I noticed we've gained in viewers. So everybody feel free to join in on this. All right, so next is the animals from Sonic Adventure 2. I'm just going to make all the animals to go with it. So I'm going to give everybody like 20 seconds or so. We got a 4, a 3, 7. Yeah, these should be some pretty easy ones, so that's why it's kind of high on my list. But yeah, that's good to know that it's probably not that exciting for everybody. I'm going to give it a few more seconds. All right. Sonic Adventure upgrades. So this one's a little bit sketchy because I know that Tito has made some of them, but I want to make the upgrades for every single character in Sonic Adventure. New hammers for Amy, the rod for Big and his inner tube, as well as like the little thing that goes on Tails' chest. I forget what they're all called, but yeah, so that you can upgrade your figures to Sonic Adventure. And I'm going to be coordinating with Tito to make sure that I'm not making anything he already makes. And I know he's been doing a lot of Sonic Adventure 2 stuff lately. All right, we got 10, 11, 10, and 10. Give it a few more seconds. All right. Yeah, that is an average of 10. All right, so Sonic Chaos resin fill idea. So my idea is to make Chaos forms of his different forms with different emeralds, and what I plan to do is take colored resin and leave shapes inside of a clear blue resin, leave the shapes inside, and then fill that with liquid resin of other colors to give a transparent toy that actually has all that different detailed color within it. I don't know how well that'll work. I'm going to have to kind of like make channels so that it can like go into it the right way. Maybe very thin channels so that I can like inject it in or something. It's going to be a very experimental thing, and I think it'll make a great video as I try and fail at different things. So it's basically going to be a 4-inch figure of like maybe like, like Chaos 8 would be a good example. The big one like this, and it has all the gems inside of it, or the emeralds inside of it. $100, but -1 because I won't be able to make it probably. Okay, so I will keep that as a 10. And 10 and 10. All right, sounds like you guys like that idea. Photography tips for Sonic customs. As you can see up there, I do a lot of Sonic toy photography. Ironically, the one my wife made showed up right when I said that. She made the cream one. But tips for how to pose them, the stands that I use, how I need to put them together, things like that. Thank you, Go Dreamer. $10, 8.5, 5. All right, we'll give it a few more seconds. $9. All right, yeah, we got a 7.3 on there. Custom Sonic figure stand. So Sonic figures can sometimes be notorious for not standing very well. So I was thinking making 3D printed stands that would, in fact, that's something that Tito was recently doing. I came up with this idea months ago, but I've seen some pictures of him making stands lately. I was thinking if you have a Knuckles one, maybe like some dirt, like he pounded the ground, and so then you can stand each different figure on different things. Maybe Sonic could have one where he's actually posed running and it's like dust coming from behind, but it's a stand that holds him still. Let's see. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, another 10. Yeah, we got 10s across the board for that. All right. Everybody likes that idea. Recreate Sonic cutscenes with toys. This would be like a toy photography thing. I'm not that interested in it myself. It was just an idea I had. Just like a... Not stop motion, but just like images of them. Kind of a lame idea. Yeah, not my favorite idea. All right, give it a few more seconds. All right. I think it's mostly you 5 who are commenting. I know we have 8 viewers, so anybody who's come in late and isn't sure what's going on, we are rating all my possible ideas. Pro Tyler, that's creative, but please give me actual numbers because it's a lot to keep track of when I'm trying to read chat and do the numbers and everything. So this is Poppy and Perkins. Perkins died a couple years ago. These are my cats, making OCs of my cats. Poppy shows up sometimes in the videos. She's the gray cat that sometimes comes around. And then Perkins is like the hairless tan cat, if you've seen like the emoji on the Discord or anything. Don't feel like you have to rate it because of the cat that died. You can see my own interest level is 4 for it. Got a 5 from YBC. 4, a 6, and a 4. Cool. Yeah, 5.2. That's okay, Pro Tyler. All right, a custom with no 3D printing. This one's kind of up in the air because I don't know what figure that would be. But basically, I try my hand at making something with clay or something else. Just to, because it's not everybody has a 3D printer. So I'm thinking some people might like to see me try to make a custom that I didn't make by 3D printing. And you know what I could maybe do is I could 3D scan whatever I sculpt and then upload that as something that others could use and 3D print themselves. That might be interesting. All right, looks like an average of 7.2. All right, Metal Tails Custom. I thought he was really cool because he's got like the jetpack pieces instead of a tail. That would make for a pretty neat figure. Do some metallic paints and stuff. All right. Ooh, that's a long one. 8.6666667. All right, next is Blacksmith Tails Custom. So I'm going to do like some leather for his apron. Replace his hands to give him gloves. I think he has goggles or something. I forget all the details about him. $9, $10, and he'll go great with Shadow Lancelot too. Oh, I just realized I've got the wrong thing selected. So keep rating for what I described, which is Blacksmith Tails. But you'll see that I'm accidentally doing it in another one. So let me cut that out. And this one was a 7. All right, sorry about that. So this one that I was actually typing on is for Metallix Emperor. He's like he looks like Metal Sonic, but he's red and he's sitting in a chair. So I've already started painting this one, primering it at least. I took apart a Metal Sonic. I need to design a chair for him. It's going to be like a floating chair with a bunch of wires and stuff. I think he's called Metallix Emperor. Ooh, we got a 10 from Go Dreamer. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this one would be popular or not, because I think he might only be from the comics. And in actual scale to 4-inch, he would actually be really big, because he's not small like this. He's like bigger than all the other Metallics. But I'm just going to make him out of a regular scaled one. Oh, Protype says you're making a custom Caliburn suit, a full suit Sonic custom using your Sir Lancelot. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's creative. Just do a little different paint job because the gloves are very similar. All right, Super Trip. I know what y'all's answer is going to be on this. Oh, no. Ah, what did I do? I hit the arrow button. Hold on, I'm not looking at chat right now because I messed up the stuff. Oh, I just messed it up again. What am I doing? Copy that. All right, so Sparkle already had a 10. Yeah, that's okay, Tyler. So we got... oh, no, that was Sparkle saying you wanted to leave it at 100 in the file that you gave me. And then Tyler's saying actually 100. But I'll put a 10 again. All right, so this one, I really don't have interest in it, and my wife really wants me to make it. And I know a lot of people have asked for it. Maskless Trip. I just love regular Trip so much. And a lot of people want Maskless Trip. Oh, YBZ actually says 4. Somebody who's along there with me, not really that interested in it. Yeah, I don't hate the design. I just really like the design of the mast Trip. Oh, that's a good point, fandom. Maybe lower because Jax might... Well, actually, here's the thing. I've actually been thinking of making things that I expect Jax to make, because then when the news breaks that it's coming out, I might get more views on my videos. And people will talk about like my customs more and stuff. That's kind of what happened with Fang. A bunch of people kept messaging me. They're making the 2.5-inch version. All right, Dragon Slayer Lancelot. I don't know if you guys know of this guy. I don't know if he's only from like Sonic Forces Speed Battle. He's basically like Lancelot, but Dragon Slayer. He's red and cool, and I can actually use a lot of the parts from what I've already made and build off of it. So I think that would be a good opportunity. So we got a 10, 8, 10. Sparkle, I think I accidentally deleted yours from this. I forget what you had. Can you tell me in the chat? That's true. Yeah, I do more of in the style of modern. Change it to 7. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, there's a little end of it that is rainbow. Might be cool if I could find a way to like print that in color transparent somehow. All right, Egg Pond Samurai. I'm already done with it, so I need to just make the video, so it's happening no matter what. But let's hear Oh, I forgot to look at what Sparkle already had there. It was a 5, okay. We got 10, 8. Yeah, my Egg Pawn Samurai didn't come out as good as I hoped. The sword doesn't fit in the hand quite as well as I hoped. The joints that I made for him are kind of loose because the resin deteriorated as I was messing with it. It had a tighter fit, and now they're loose just from working with it. Joints are hard. And I'm sorry, I need some more water. I've just been talking so much, and I think I might be getting sick. 1 week before my audition. That's rough. Think about the other ones that you see up here, and I'm going to just grab some water, and I'll be right back. Yeah, I could just make an egg pawn from the samurai. Just take away the samurai parts and add a few more. Yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry, I got to leave again. My throat hurts. All right. All right, so up next is E117 Sigma. So this guy is really cool. Check this out. It's like an E102 Gamma, but he's all messed up. I don't know his backstory or anything. Maybe somebody in the chat can say. I just saw him in the comic book that I have. I thought it was really cool. So, yeah, I'm going to use my E102 Gamma, mess them all up. Turn him into a E117. Add some real fabric and things. Ooh, we got a lot of 10s. And an 8. Alright, nice. I'm going to move it ahead a little bit, so sorry if I skip anybody by moving ahead. Chow figures. So this is just making Chow figures. It's not the Build a Chow, that's the next one. I think there was an 8 there before. Let's see. No, it was a 7. And I think this is different than Chow. Like, so this would just be basic Chow. So not based on Sonic and stuff or Tails. That's a different entry that I have in here. Ooh, a lot of people liking the Chow. They would be relatively easy to make too. They're just kind of spheres and cylinders and capsules and things. All right. So Build a Chow Workshop. Imagine if you could go to my website and on it, there's a little game selection screen where you select what kind of feet. Like think about the Sonic Adventure 2, how you can make Chow have different feet and wings and eyebrows and all kinds of stuff. You create your custom Chow using this editor. Then it spits out a code to send to me on Etsy. And then I make that Chow for you using that editor. So I'm seeing a 10, a 30, a 10. Yeah, I think this is going to be a really fun idea, both just as a product and just a general video. Like showing how I made it and stuff. Showing like a little bit of Unity development. Unity is the engine that I don't use it at work anymore. I used to use it at work, but now we use a proprietary engine. But Unity is my go-to for making my own games and stuff. All right, yeah, so that looks like an exciting idea for everybody. Halloween Badniks from Sonic Superstars. I was playing Sonic Superstars, and I was in the Haunted Carnival level. I just thought they were really cool Halloween Badniks, and I thought it would make a great video to come out around Halloween time. So it's kind of a themed video for the time. We got 8-5. $10 from Pro Tyler. I'll give it a few more seconds. 7. All right. Cool. So that looks like an average of 8. So Chao figures of all characters. So you know how there's a Sonic Chao? I was thinking, would it be cool if I made not just a Sonic Chao, not just a Knuckles Chao, but a Whisper Chao, Tangle, Chaos Chao, who's really obscure, like an E102 Gamma Chao somehow, like a robotic, kind of like an Oma Chao, but with E102 features, things like that. Go Dreamer, can you confirm? Oh no, yeah, say so. I saw Go Dreamer 7. I wasn't sure if it was this one or the previous one. So we got Fandom Lover with 10, Bro Tyler with 10, Wipe Z with 9. Yeah, oh yeah, I do know Chaos Chao already exists, but what I mean is in the same way that Sonic Chao already exists, part of this is making a Sonic Chao as well as other characters. Make a design of Big the Cat as if he was in Sonic and the Black Knight. So making armor for him. And my wife came up with a fun idea the other day. Like, what if his belly was just completely exposed and it was like the armor is only on top, like it just doesn't really fit him? And I mean, it'll fit the toy perfectly, but it's like designed to be like, he doesn't fit in this armor. It could be really cute. Kind of a custom design. Ooh, I love this piano version of Sonic Colors. $6.8. Very specific. Oh, Cream with armor would be cool too, yeah. Let's add that while I'm thinking about it. Cream armor. And I won't fill out any of my stuff right now. We'll just get your guys' interests. Armor for Cream, like in the Black Knight. And so let's talk about interest for Cream. I see. YBZ just doesn't like Big that much. And the other thing is Big is a hard figure to find. Shadow is kind of hard to find too. Except somebody sent me a great link for it, which I very much appreciated. Have I thought of making the Sonic version of Wisp like what he turns into? I didn't know he turned into a Wisp. I'll have to look that up later. Or drop it in the Discord. Yeah, Sparkle says there's a reason Tito uses Sonic for his Shadow customs. Yep. Seven. Got another 7 for Cream. I think I got everybody. 10, 7, 10, 10. Oh, one more 10 is needed. Okay. All right, Dread Pirate Knuckles. So this is making a 4-inch version of... Oh, we'll get an 8 in there for Cream. A 4-inch version of Dread Pirate Knuckles. Because I was sad that he was only 2.5 inch. And then even if he was 5 inch, I'm not that interested because I want to keep them all 4 inch. And one of the ideas that could be cool for the video is like 3D scanning the 2.5 inch version and then using that as a base from which to sculpt the 4-inch version. I think that could make for interesting video content. All right, so I do have more ideas in my phone for Sonic. So before we move on, let me add those to this Excel sheet. Yeah, it is sad they canned the 5-inch one. All right, so what did I write recently? Black Knight Jet and Black Knight Blaze. So I'm conflicted on the Black Knight Blaze because the profit margins, I mean, I don't want to complain about our recent sale because I love how it went and I shouldn't really talk about the money from it. I didn't make a lot of profit from it. And the other thing is, Highwell and I were talking about making it on Etsy and then splitting it, but then because he already did a bunch of work on that. So the problem is, I'm already not. I don't want to talk about money though. It's tough financially to build Blaze with the deal that I already made with Highwell, just because it's so expensive or not expensive. It's so time consuming. So that's my hesitations about Blaze right now. But let's get the interest anyway. So let's see. Fandom Lover, we got a 10. YZ, we got a 10. 5 from Sparkle. Oh, Black Knight Silver, yeah, too. Yeah, let me just add each of these before we do that. So everybody do this. Type. I'm gonna ignore the votes for Blaze that we just had, just to keep things clear. Everybody retype yours and say Blaze number, Silver number, Jet number, like that. Just because we're doing a bunch at once right now. And looks like our music ended. All right, so let's look at the Blazes. 5. So for Blaze, we got 5, 10, 10. Oh, that's what I already have written. Any more Blazes that I see? We got a 7 in here. And I think black is a misspelling of Blaze. Oh, yeah. YBZ corrected it. So 8 and 7. So that's Blaze's ratings. And then Jet. 5 for Jet. 5 Jet. 7 Jet. Jet 5. All right. And then Silver. I see we have 10, 5, 10, 10, and 10. All right, so that gives me an average of 9. All right, what else did I have under Sonic? Figure. No, I think that is actually all I have for Sonic. All right. So let's move on to some Pokemon customs. What we are working on today, Pokemon Scale World Wailord. So that's just a big, giant Wailord figure. That's what we're building. So that's a 7 from Pro Tyler. I assume the -3 is because you won't be able to print it easily on your printer. Six from Go Dreamer. Let me give it a few more seconds. All right. Let's see. I review all of my Pokemon Scale World figures, so I have a pretty big collection, a whole tub of all the ones I picked up from Japan. So I'd be talking about where I got them in Japan. Some of them I got shipped here. I could talk about like the shipping of it, things like that. And maybe like some surprising sizes, like, oh, I didn't, because actually Bulbasaur is like bigger in scale than Charmander and Squirtle, and I didn't know that. And so let me give it a few more seconds. It looks like we just have a vote from Pro Tyler and Sparkle. All right. Oh, there's another one coming in. I don't know if chat might be behind a little bit or anything, but I do want to keep us moving fast, so I'm going to keep moving forward. Pokemon Scale World Gym Leaders Full Collection. I recently finished my collection of all the gym leaders. And so with having Blaine now, I have all the gym leaders in the Kanto region. I'm going to show all of those in a video. Maybe do some, like a video making fun photography of it or something. Yeah, I haven't heard from YBZ or Fandom for a little bit. I wonder if they bounced. Or maybe the silence is because maybe they're just not interested in Pokemon in general. Change your other one to... I don't know which one you mean for 5. Was that this one? Yeah, it's too hard to remember which one. Were you a 3? Yeah, you were a 3 before. I don't want to... So try to make sure that you have your your numbers just right the first time. So actually, Fandom, I would like to hear a number of 1 if you don't have interest in Pokemon. The reason is I do want to gauge interest. So like if you're not interested and you don't say anything, it's going to increase the number. So don't feel like it'll hurt my feelings or anything, just because I like Pokemon. In fact, you can see these aren't my highest priority. I've got 7s and 6s in here. So it would be helpful if people even said 1, because it will help me gauge interest better. All right, so Porygon Disguised Custom. This is in the game Pokemon. Okay, cool. Thank you. Let's get that 3 in there. And I'm going to put 3 for all the Pokemon stuff that I've already done. Yeah, because see how it went from like a 7 point something down to a 6.5 with your 3? That actually really helps me, because then I can have an idea of what will not be of interest. Porygon Disguise in the game Pokemon Snap. The Porygon are disguised and they show up. This is actually already done. I just need to edit it. So this is going to be coming no matter what. But it's how I made, like, I put grass flocking on them. I put sand ballast on them to give them texture and things. Oh yeah, Sparkle, I don't mind at all. In fact, I haven't been that much into the Skylanders world right now, even though I'm about to print my Chomp chest. All right, cool. So we got 7.5 average there. All right, so we're in the miscellaneous section. Community Creator Showcase. Oh, I see, Sparkle, yeah. So this would be show off the work of people in the community. I already kind of do this by just showing it casually on stream. But this would be actual streams dedicated to, like, maybe once a month, everybody submit what they've been working on if they want to show it. And then we go through everything that everybody's done and kind of, you know, show Highwell's work on his swords, Pro Tyler's customs, Taylor creates Skylander stuff. Yeah, all right, we got a lot of 10s for this. That sounds of interest to people. All right. All my Sonic photography, basically I just go through and show all those pictures that you see up there of my Sonic figures. And I just kind of talk about how I made them, the sets that I created for them, the editing that I did on them, things like that. And 5. All right. Oh, we got an 8 coming in. All right, I'm going to speed up a little bit, so be ready with your numbers, just because I realize that we've got a whole Skylander section still to go. These are videos. I think everybody will have the same interest for all 3 of these, so we're going to rate these all at the same time. I filmed a video of all my Halo Elite customs, all my Grunt customs, and all my other Halo figures, all as separate videos. So those are already done, so they're going to happen, but I just want to gauge people's interest. So like I said, don't judge just the Elites, Grunts, Miscellaneous as separate ones. We'll just put them all together into the same thing. Yeah, definitely not. The channel isn't focused around Halo stuff. I do want to be like a generic customs maker, and Halo is part of that. But yeah, definitely not a lot of draw for Halo fans on the channel currently. I just made 2 sales last night actually on my Etsy page of Halo customs. Hey, Votable Globe. We are rating my ideas on how much you would be interested in it on a scale of 1 to 10. So feel free to join in and give your input on what you would like. All right, Chow Garden in Roblox. I've kind of dropped this idea in favor of a different idea that is Roblox related. So this might actually get folded into it. So remind me at the end of the miscellaneous section, I need to add another video idea. But yeah, rate this one as just a Chow Garden, but this Chow Garden may be put into this other idea that I have. Oh, YBZ got Burger King. That's why we haven't been hearing. We are on Chow Garden in Roblox. I know there's been kind of announced plans for Sonic Speedrunner to do it, but when I Googled that, the announced plans were many years old, like 2 years old. So I don't know if there's actually progress on them from that. All right, so that being said, I'm gonna pause right here. I'm gonna add a new layer. So the reason I'm kind of dropping the Chow Garden and Roblox idea is because I want to do something else in Roblox, which is create kind of a space for us just to hang out and play some games and stuff in Roblox called Steak Mountain. It's like a Steakosaurus version of Disneyland with a bunch of different rides, shooting galleries, different games, go-karts. You could have secret areas that are only for employees, so you can roleplay being an employee in the park. Maybe I make it so that there's trash that gets littered around the park. And so if somebody wants to be a custodian, they have to go through, and you'll get points for picking up trash. And just have like a cool Steakosaurus theme park. So let me, I'm going to call it Steak Mountain in Roblox. So that's why I was saying I was kind of dropping the Chow Garden idea, but I might actually put Chow into that theme park in like a Sonic section of the park. So we've got I think the first one to talk about this one was, or YBZ just said yes, maybe? Okay, cool. Thank you, Pro Tyler, for giving those numbers in the Discord later. So I'm not seeing any numbers for this one yet. I see a yes and a please do. So maybe those are 10s. There's a 10. Go Dreamer 8, Pro Tyler 10. Fandom Lover 2. All right. Looks like average is 7.5. All right, so Sonic ice creams. Do you guys know of the like the old, or do they still make them? The Sonic ice creams that look really crappy, with like the eyes that don't always match up and stuff. I want to make on my 3D printer multicolored print, so it's actually not painted. It's just the printer color itself. As Whisper, have like an ice cream Whisper, ice cream Tangle, ice cream Chaos, things like that. So let's see. Just so I can read it better, please put numbers. So we've already got a 10 from Sparkle Wolf. And I think these would make great Etsy products too, because I wouldn't have to be doing a lot of painting. Looks like we got lots of 10s. We got a 9. All right. Cocoa planter. Actually, since found that this exists already. It's like a little garden planter you can put a plant into that's shaped like a cocoa. I was thinking it could be a cool Etsy product, but it's already being sold on Etsy, so I don't know if I'll want to try to take sales away from that person, but we'll see. It is all kind of fair game. I'm going to mute real quick because I need to cough. I'm afraid I'm getting sick. All right, looks like, do we have a 9 in here? Yeah, 9 from Go Dreamer. All right, D&D Pokemon crossover illustrations. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I've been illustrating Pokemon crossed over with Dungeons and Dragons. So it's like a 3-headed Cerberus Growlithe. It was one of the stickers that's listed on my Etsy page. Just kind of continuing to make those and then showing the process as a video. All right. So things are slowing down in the chat, so I'm gonna just continue like counting to 20 instead of waiting for each person. So we got a 6 here, thank you. So I'm gonna do like 5 more seconds, thank you. All right. Yeah, I'm afraid that maybe sometimes the stream gets, the chat gets a little bit behind. Getting annoyed by the survey, so here's a quick thing to put on the Discord later. Oh, we got it. Do we have a 9 from the illustrations from that? All right, Pikachu Instax printer. It's like a review. I've already made this, so it's going to come out no matter what. There's a video showing the Pikachu Instax printer. Yeah, no problem. I don't expect to hear from you, Sparkle Wolf. What I'm afraid of is if the video is behind for some people who are chatting, and then I might get the numbers mixed up. Because sometimes I'll notice that the chat is like responding at the time to something I said like almost like a minute ago sometimes. So like it gets out of sync sometimes. I'm going to give it 5 more seconds or so. All right. My review of the All Amiibo. I've basically already edited this as well. It's basically every single Amiibo in one. Got an 8 from Votable Globe. Oh. I actually think that some of you might be getting auto-moderated. Let me check YouTube. Because I just saw one show up and disappear from Votable Globe. Oh, that one was for before? Okay. I wonder if YouTube is like, people are just typing numbers in the chat. Oh, you removed it. Oh, okay. So that maybe explains it. Okay, cool. Pro Tyler, I'll take all yours as 6 then. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the same numbers in Streamlabs as I am on YouTube, so it's not auto-moderating or anything. Whew. I'm not going to lie, my throat's hurting a lot. I'm worried that I'm getting sick. And I'm literally 1 week away from my audition. We got a 7, we got a 10 and a 7 here. All right, so Amiibo on N64, it's just a funny little reader of Amiibo to make it so that you can select your Smash Brothers character using an Amiibo on a Nintendo 64. The video is going to be more like a joke, very jokey, because nobody would ever use this. But I thought it was a fun little project to do. I would 3D print like a little Amiibo reader, and then with an Arduino, I'll show you how I read the Amiibo in, and then how basically it's going to make the controller do an input that is like up and to the left so that I get into the top left of the screen, and then move down to where it needs to go and then press A. It's going to be really janky and funny. 10, 6, and 9. All right, Pro Tyler, see ya. Thanks for coming by, and thank you for your input. All right, Pokemon intro with toys. It's basically the same as what I was talking about, making Sonic scenes with toys, just toy photography. Just making the Pokemon intro. It's not very exciting. 8, 7, 6, 7. Give it a few more seconds. All right, this one's Lickitung in real life. If you guys have ever played Pokemon Stadium, there's a Lickitung minigame where they're all trying to get sushi. I was thinking of making a bunch of conveyor belts and getting people in like Lickitung costumes with a giant tongue to try to grab the sushi, and I don't know, kind of a Mr. Beast style silly game brought into real life type thing. It's just an idea I was kicking around. It's not necessarily related to a lot of the stuff that I make. All right. Give it a few more seconds. All right. Muck type variations, just like illustrations of muck as different types, like a mud muck. Ooh, Phantom says, I finished painting my whiffs. I saw that I have messages on Reddit. Is that what you were sending me pictures of? Got 3. And give a few more seconds. 3. All right. So you know how I make those Pokemon D&D illustrations? This would be a Tiamat made up of all the different dragons in Pokemon, or 5 different dragons in Pokemon. I don't know how much of a good video it would make. Like maybe like just a time lapse of me drawing. Not the most exciting idea for a video. Got 2 4s and a 5. Give it a couple more seconds. All right. Tips for processing models in Maya. I was thinking it could be cool to show you how I do some of my 3D printing stuff in Maya, but also have somebody who uses Blender, maybe like Taylor Create, kind of talking about how he would do the same thing in Blender. So both Maya users and Blender users could know our techniques for creating 3D prints. There's a lot of things that I do to make something specific for a 3D print, and a lot of bad things I do too, and I can explain why it's bad, how I get some smooth edges but some hard edges, all kinds of things like that. It looks like people like that idea. Cool. Oh, change it to 10. All right. All right. Chow Pokemon crossover. This would just be like illustrations of Chow mixed with Pokemon. Maybe I sell stickers of them on Etsy. Do something like that. I think that would be a good live stream if I just feel like drawing. Maybe not like an actual video itself necessarily. Pikachu Chow, yeah, that would be awesome. All right. So Skylanders animated in famous movies. So I had this idea of putting like the Skylander chopper into the Jurassic Park scene and doing shorts of those with different movies. So like the Jurassic Park scene where the T-Rex is chasing the car. My brother actually used AI to remove the dinosaur, the T-Rex, from the video, and then I animate Chopper flying in and trying to get them, and they're all like scared of this animated, silly Skylanders creature instead of a real T-Rex. I think it would be a funny little short. And then if that one was successful, then I do other movies and stuff like, I don't know, like maybe the shark. What's the shark's name? I forget his name. In Skylanders, the shark guy. Maybe Jaws, but with him instead. All right. Card games on motorcycles. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series. But in the regular Yu-Gi-Oh! They actually like start, I think, is it Yu-Gi-Oh! DX or something? Oh yeah, Terrafin is who I'm thinking of, votable. I was thinking of doing like a video where I get people who have motorcycles to let me put on something on their motorcycle and they drive around and try to play Yu-Gi-Oh. So I teach them the rules if they don't know it already, and they try to play Yu-Gi-Oh while on their bikes. Just a silly video like that. I think the series is Yu-Gi-Oh DX or GX, I forget. We got a 1, we got a 9. Yeah, this miscellaneous section is just like a lot of really random video game / anime ideas. It is dangerous, yeah. Well, we wouldn't be on real streets. We'd be on... Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, that's right. Yeah, it is. It would be dangerous. All right, we're in the final stretch, and my throat is hurting. So let's try to do this pretty quickly. Skylanders ripoffs. They talk about other games that were like Skylanders that didn't do well, including mine. Skylanders inspired me to make toys, actually, and I had plans to add things like that for my first game that I made called Ice Escape. And so just kind of talk about the history of that, and we could even talk about the UB monkeys, is that what they're called, who came before Skylanders, and talk about how, in certain ways, Skylanders copied that. Yes, a lot of people have asked for Gemerald. Yeah, 4-inch Charmy I could potentially do. Doesn't 4-inch Charmy already exist? Oh, no. Is that the B? Yeah, so it doesn't exist. All right, make a piñata of Painata that actually works, and then have a party to break it open. So you know how I make custom traps? I want to make an actual piñata that will be huge, that you actually put on the trap, it works. And then we just have a party with some friends and me, and we film the party, and we break it apart. Oh, we got a 10 from Fandom Lover. One of the cool things that we could do with that is, you know how I can automate things so that, like, I used to make it so Twitch chat could shoot a Nerf gun at me or hit me with a sword or blow a smoke machine at me? Maybe I could make it so you viewers could take swings with a baseball bat with a little robot, like that, just come and hit the piñata, and I don't know, it'd be a fun thing to see who in the chat actually breaks the piñata. All right, we got a 10 and a 7. I think we'll leave it at that. All right, show off my setup for streaming Skylanders. Just a video showing that some of you have seen the little box that I have with cameras attached so you can see what I'm placing on Skylanders. Just showing kind of how I made that, how it works. 7. Let me give it a few more seconds. We got 6, another 6. All right, 5 seconds. All right, then upgrades for Skylanders figures. So, you know, some Skylanders will get extra parts added to them as they get upgraded. I was thinking I could 3D scan the figures, then build out parts to add to those figures so that they fit just perfectly on the surface, similar to how the Knuckles hat just fits on Knuckles, and then have kits so you can make upgraded Skylanders based on their upgrades. Got a 9 from Votable. Fandom Lover 5. Give it another 10 seconds. 2 from Go Dreamer. All right. Up next is custom of beta character from Swap Force, template. And I want to put an actual RFID tag in there, or an NFC tag that actually works to do that in the game. $10 from Votable. Give it another 10 seconds. We got 8. Yeah, I would definitely make sure that it works, Votable. Yeah, that'd be lame if I didn't. Taylor Create's already done that. He already made a working one that's already sculpted. It looks really cool. All right, a Skylander stream where I set it up so chat automatically changes my Skylander. So you want to be able to change it constantly, but I noticed that when I do it on emulation, it's just a file in the background. You could actually change that file. Well, it might not work out because that file is locked when I did a little bit of testing with it, but if I could find a way to write a program that will let me change the Skylander automatically, I could connect YouTube chat on the stream to make it so that you would choose what Skylander I use, and then it would just swap it out I'd have to limit it because it would be crazy if everybody could just say out of the whim, but maybe like every minute people vote, and then it automatically changes the Skylander based on that. A hinged chomp chest trap. That is what I am printing today, so that's going to happen no matter what. But we'll just go ahead and get your interest in it. Give it 10 more seconds. We got an 8. Another 8. Yeah, so this one's happening no matter what, because we are already finished with it. All right, up next is create holders for traps that can be 3D printed and themed to the type. So this is kind of the same as the Sonic figure ideas. I was thinking, I'm making all these traps, and they have to sit in my big trap holder. But if I made individual trap holders, they don't have to sit in that one. So could be a cool thing to do. Just all sculpted, neat, like the element of the trap. Fandom says, did you know since Vanilla and General were added to Speed Sim, that's their first ever 3D models? Oh, nice. So did they make them from scratch? All right. So it looks like we're not getting too many responses on this one, so I'm just going to move on. Macy's Day Parade Eruptor. So there was somebody on the subreddit who was being a jerk to a little kid. It sounded like they were typing like they were a little kid. It really made me mad. And they were saying how something couldn't be done, and they were being really smarmy about it. And I want to prove that something can be done. And so I'm going to I bought the Macy's Day Parade Special Eruptor. I'm going to make a base for it that actually works. Basically, the person who was being a jerk was like, you can't do this and that. So it's going to be a video not just showing making this, but how you can attach a figure to a base and still make it look good. That was the crux of the argument there. Just tired of the jerks on Reddit being mean to each other. All right, play through the game using only villains. This is just like a playthrough of the game. Oh, sorry. Let me add that extra 8. Play through the game using only the villains and the traps. Say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any last minute votes? Another 6, 9. Cool. Sorry that I'm trying to rush y'all through this because my throat's really hurting. I don't know how much more I can talk because I want to preserve my voice because my audition is 1 week from tomorrow. Paint jobs for my custom traps to make them look upgraded. So this would be, I've already got the green broccoli guy, but I could paint like the red one or the white one. Just kind of alternate paint schemes for what I've already built. Sorry, I didn't mean to cough into the mic. Ooh, let me ask my wife. I think she's at the store right now. Let me ask her to get cough drops. All right. So we got 5, 4, and 8. Create customs based on Lost Islands variants. There's a lot of cool versions of Skylanders that are only in Lost Islands. 8. 8. Oh shoot, I think I got the chat mixed up. Well, I'll just add this 5. I think that's accurate enough. All right, I have thoughts on how Skylanders could come back, and also I have thoughts on why it couldn't come back. And I think it just kind of applying my perspective as a game developer and being on former products that did and didn't do well. Oh, I missed your 8 votable? No, I've got your 8. Oops. Oh, shoot. Yeah, see, this is really tough because I think the chat's behind because I'm seeing kind of a gap. Like, I'm seeing numbers come in for a previous one while I'm already on the next one. So I think you guys might be a bit behind, like, the video streaming. And I am trying to move quickly, so it's getting a little bit confusing. So you're thinking I should add an 8 to this? All right, so we've got an 8 from Fandom on this one that I was most recently talking about. And it looks like we're back on track now. Give it a few more seconds. Votable says we've seen it too much. Yeah, I think a lot of people talk about that. All right, a fun fireworks video like near 4th of July that maybe I do like some firework photography with Grenade and a Bob-omb toy. Kind of a crossover of Mario and Skylanders. Just show like the different fireworks that I use for some of my photography, like the firecrackers. Seven. And I used to actually set up big fireworks, and I once held a 12-inch shell. Very expensive shell. I used to volunteer for doing fireworks, and then the more you volunteered, the more hours you get toward your pyrotechnics license. That I never did it long enough to actually get it. 4th of July is Independence Day for the U.S. I forget that we have some international viewers. Do something with slime for various Skylanders. I did some slime videos a few months back that got a fair number of views. So I was thinking, oh, people might like slime. So maybe I make different slime for different Skylanders and drop it on them and stuff. I don't know. Kind of silly. Yeah, that slime video, I actually made like a Charizard photo. And for the lava, I used red slime that I lit from beneath. And I built it into a set. And so then I noticed in the analytics that a lot of people were just watching me play with the slime over and over again. So, oh, this one I'm not doing anymore, the scripted Skylander skit. I'm not interested in that one, so I'm deleting it. Full-size vehicles for Skylanders. Now that I have that bigger platform, I'm going to make the actual vehicles that they can sit in and put them on display. And then still put the tag inside of that big vehicle so it actually still works. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think a lot of people were... I just hope we're not turning new viewers away by seeing this, because it's more exciting to see me 3D model something. But it definitely has kept the core viewers here and engaged and commenting, which always helps with the analytics. All right, this one is already happening. I got all the footage for it. It's like a documentary about every Skylander species, but it's like kind of funny with silly dialogue and stuff, like making fun of like... Not making fun of them, but like acting like the trolls are the good guys and like the Skylanders are actually terrorizing them and stuff. Kind of just a comedic way to flip things on its side. And what I did was I went through and got footage of every single species in the original Skylander game. And I used a separate camera to do like documentary style shots, like panning across while they're hopping around and stuff. And so it's going to be kind of a mix of explaining like their stats, but also like just making up stories about how they live their day-to-day lives. So that one's happening no matter what. I don't know which of you were at the emoji quiz, but we did a pretty fun emoji quiz for Skylanders. So basically this idea is just continuing that. Oh, I'm glad you think it's fun. Yeah, I was worried if people weren't thinking it was that fun, because it's invaluable to me. I'm going to be able to sort these now by like, oh, how much is the cost compared to how many hours I need to do on it, compared to my own interest, compared to viewer interest, and then I can really figure out what's the best ideas to make based on all those factors. Yeah, that's right, Votable Globe. Votable Globe knocked it out of the park. All right, so this one is Repaint Skylanders based on Diddy Taco's texture swap mods. That reminds me, I haven't seen Diddy Tacos for a while. I think they showed up on a stream a few days ago, actually, but yeah, I haven't been around as much. We miss you, Diddy Tacos. Got 7. Five. All right, give it a few more seconds. All right, up next is do a 24-hour stream where I build out a Skylanders. Oh, let me get Fandom's number in there real quick. Do a 24-hour stream where I build out a Skylanders fan game, or just a Skylanders style game that uses toys to life. So basically do just a crazy long stream. And I think I'll want to do that when I'm a little more popular, so I have more of a viewer count over time. Because that'll get boring over the 24 hours. Hopefully we get a lot of people in the chat to keep me engaged, because that is going to be a brutal task to try to make a full... It would be like a demo of a game. Like I'd only get like 3 Skylander type characters in. Votable says it's going to go terribly wrong. I love it. Yeah. I want to show you something real quick. What inspired this was a 24-hour challenge I gave for myself. This is on my channel, so you can watch the whole thing. But basically, it's a game that lets the Twitch chat create enemies to fight you. And then if somebody raids your channel, it makes a ton of... like a big boss, and a bunch of all their followers show up. So I made all of this in 24 hours, except for the model. A friend made that model. You can tell I look tired in this video. But yeah, it was kind of just a challenge to see if I could create the full prototype of it within 24 hours. All right, so the next one is talk about Haldor. Yeah, I did look different. Talk about Haldor and make a custom of him. So Haldor is what the Tiki guy was going to be before they changed his design, and then they made him an NPC. But he was going to be a Skylander, so it's just a video talking about him and then making a custom of it. Eight. All right. And lastly, make a portal that actually shoots fire. I've been seeing people make custom portals for their superchargers and like doing different paint jobs and stuff to make the fire green and stuff. I was thinking of putting my own spin on it and making it actually shoot like flash paper using glow plugs. Glow plugs are kind of like spark plugs, but they're using diesel engines and like other things. So I've ordered in the past some tiny little glow plugs that'll heat up the flash paper and make actual fire shoot out. All right, yeah, looks like y'all liking that idea. All right, thank you so much. This definitely helps me get a sense of what will be most popular with you guys, and combining that with the cost of things, how many hours it takes, maybe potential for Etsy if I sell it on there. I'm going to put all that data together and figure out what is the optimal set in order to create these videos. So awesome. Thank you guys for help with that. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, so I think we're going to get back to modeling this Whalemur, or this Whale Lord. But here's the thing, guys. My throat hurts real bad. I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to talk much because I don't want to lose my voice because I have to practice all week for my audition. And I'm already got a hurt throat. So I'm going to rest my voice, and I'm going to keep working here, but I'm not going to be talking with the chat as much. Sorry about that. And I'm going to put in here that I'm getting sick and my throat hurts, so I won't be talking. So this way, anybody who comes on the stream and wonders why I'm not talking, they'll know why, but maybe you guys can help explain why. Like if somebody asks a question, maybe you know the answer. Maybe you guys can help chime in and answer those questions. And sorry that I won't be talking back as much, but I still want to stream, probably for another hour or so. So I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'm going to grab some more water. And then, yes, my wife is at the store right now, and I think she is getting some tea. And I told her to get some cough drops, too. Oh, she said, dang, just got home. Well, yeah, maybe I'll have her make me some tea. And then I will be back here still streaming, just I won't be talking much. Hopefully it's not a bummer that I won't be talking. Or it'll be less entertaining because I'm not talking, but hopefully it's still entertaining to see it happen. And I'd love to keep streaming for another hour or so. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll be right back. All right. Olson says someone send a super chat before he gets back. That would be nice, but I am not eligible for it yet. We got to do like 800 more watch hours. Then I will be eligible for super chats. All right. My wife's going to make me some tea, so hopefully that'll help my voice. Yeah, what a shame. Literally 1 week before this audition that I've been preparing for months. I know the whole show. I know every song in it. I hate to get sick just before that. So, thank you everybody for still watching. Sorry, it's going to get a little more boring because I'm going to stop talking. Yeah, hopefully, if anybody asks questions that y'all know the answer to, like maybe a new viewer comes in and asks something, please help me out by responding to them for me. I'd appreciate it. And I'm going to go incognito for the next hour or so. Not incognito, incommunicado. Wow, it's so hard not to talk. I'm just so used to streaming while working on things like this that like I just have this natural urge to talk about what I'm doing. So I'm actually going to mute myself. So that'll make me realize like that I'm not to be talking. Yeah, and I've got the audition, the singing audition 1 week from tomorrow. So I'm drinking tea that my wife made me, and I'm just gonna try to rest my voice because I still need to practice all week. So I'm hoping that this weekend I can rest my voice enough that it's okay to practice during the week. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and end the stream. It seems like once I went with the no talking route, things dipped off. Oh, and I just realized you said you're gonna go soon. It's pretty boring. Yeah, it is pretty boring, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and end the stream. We got a good 3 hours in. Go Dreamer's still here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna work on this a little bit more, but then probably get some rest. Oh, I forgot that I was gonna start that print. That's that print that I was getting on the beginning of the stream. I actually need to start that. So, yeah. I'll let you guys know how this goes. I think I'm going to take it into ZBrush because some of the geometry that I was building just wasn't working out in Maya. It's going to be easier to sculpt it in ZBrush and then retopologize in Maya because I do then have to cut it apart and make it fit together nicely. So, yeah. Yeah, I'll get some reference for Wailord and we'll see how it goes. Cool. Well, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for all your help with the survey and figuring out what your interest levels are in different projects. And I will see you guys on the next stream. I probably won't be streaming tomorrow because of being sick. So, yeah, thank you all. Thank you all for your well wishes. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your week.